Connecting with your higher self. Hi, I'm CiCi with Wise Woman Evolving, and welcome. Welcome. Obviously, I don't edit. So truly, what you see is what you get, and I appreciate you being here. So recently, I was asked by a client and others to explain how to connect with the higher self, how to be more intuitive, how to start with healing work or playing in consciousness. And it is play. It doesn't have to be work. So I'd like to talk a little bit about that. And first, to be able to help you find ways. And obviously, we can't cover everything in a short video, but this is just one quick way. It's going to take practice. I'll let you know that now. It's not always done instantly. You may be able to get it while following along with this video the first time. However, it may take more practice to get there. And even if you do get it the first time, you'll very likely need to try it several times or over and over, and even many, many times to be able to really connect and especially to connect quickly and instantly. So to start, let's go ahead and understand a little bit about what the higher self is. I'm not going to get into a lot of philosophy or big explanations here because I'm trying to keep the video short. But basically, the higher self is your direct connection to the divine, your direct connection to the all that is. It's your more observant, neutral self with a capital S. And to be able to access that, we'll walk through some steps. But before I do, I want to be very clear that, especially, I've had someone ask me today, they're very empathic and didn't realize that's what they were feeling, what they were experiencing. And one of the questions was, but I want to go in and do something and take care of these people and save these people or whatnot. I want to be very clear. And there are different philosophies out there. And yes, there are exceptions to every rule. Basically, though, we have to respect others' free will. And if we're going to work with someone, so I'm a practitioner, I'm a health practitioner, and I work with a combination of Eastern and Western medicine that's consciousness-based. And to me, it's very important to gain permissions prior to working with someone. I am not, first of all, doing any healing. It's not me. Yes, I have natural healing abilities, etc., but it's not me. We have to recognize where that really comes from. Basically, the body has, by divine design, has an innate healing ability, and it takes care of itself. I serve as the witness or the guide, if you will. And I do that by connecting with my higher self and asking my higher self to connect with the other person's or the group's higher self when I'm working with doing group sessions. And when that connection is established, permissions are given on the spiritual plane, if you will, the spiritual aspect, as well as you want to get verbal permissions. But not to get too deep into those weeds, we want to stick with how to connect with the higher self. So now that we understand a little bit about what the higher self is, that it's our more neutral observer, it is the connection to the all that is, to the divine. There's a lot more explanation in there, but that's just a simple one to keep it short for the video's purpose. And to do that, one of the easiest ways, and there are many ways, like there are many ways that we're on the same path, but we're still on the same path, right? A quick and easy way, not that this will work the first time, keep practicing, be patient with yourself and be gentle, be kind. But we want to focus on the heart space. And the heart space isn't just where we think the heart is in the chest, right? The heart is more, I'll put it to you this way. Let's do a little experiment. We want to find a way to feel some compassion. That's a quick and easy way. What do you feel, what do you think of what's your first reaction, I should ask, when you think of a little, box of puppies or kittens? Usually most people's reaction is, "Aw," feel into that moment. See yourself seeing some puppies or kittens, or a puppy and a kitten together. And see it in your mind, hear it, smell it, feel it. Where do you feel that in your body? Where do you feel that experience? Do you feel it here? Probably not. Do you feel it here? Probably not. But, you're not here completely. Yes, we can see it in our mind's eye, but if we really feel the awe, where are we going? We're generally going to the heart space. And again, the heart isn't necessarily here, but when you feel the heart space, a lot of times you'll feel it between the chest and the belly. So it's the upper abdomen. And that's where we really feel things. If you think about a loved one and you look into their eyes, where do you feel what you're feeling at the moment? If you meet a new love, where do you feel that? They call it butterflies, and you kind of feel it in your upper abdomen, your tummy. The heart space is that whole area. So I want you to pretend you're dropping a leaf. A leaf is falling off a tree and going down through the center of your body, from the top of your head, through the center of your body, and let it drop until it lands in that heart space. Watch it. Allow it to take its time, drifting down, floating down. Let it settle where you feel what you feel for a loved one. Where you feel if something happens to a loved one. Just let it land there softly and hang out in that space for a moment. Breathe into it and just relax into it. And if the mind chatters, if things want to go back to the mind, recognize that and just say, I'll get to you later. I want to drop into my heart space now. And just be there for a while. Now you can think of those puppies or a loved one, a child, a grandchild, maybe holding them in your arms and looking at them for the first time. Where do you feel that love in your body? Feel that. Sit with that for a moment. And do you notice that you're able to step out and observe from a different viewpoint? Perhaps if you want to look at things more objectively, more neutral, from a more neutral space, you'll recognize that you're not observing it necessarily from these eyes. And you do, and you feel it from here and from the heart space. But when you're really into that heart space, and this takes some practice, you're really kind of noticing it from, well, it's hard to get in the camera, but imagine if someone 2 feet taller than you came and stood right behind you. Where would their head be? That is sort of where the higher self observes from. From there, you get more messages from intuition, and you'll feel that quite often in the heart space, that upper abdomen area where you feel butterflies. Play with that. Observe the world around you. Observe the room you're in. Observe others. And the more often you play with that, the more you can live from your heart, follow your intuition, stay connected to your higher self. And again, that takes practice, so be gentle on yourself. But you can stay in your higher self space, that observant, that neutral observer, really, and be able to play in the world more freely. You'll begin to know things. You'll pick up on things. You'll notice things you hadn't noticed before. Welcome to the higher self. Keep playing. If you have questions, I would love to connect with you. You can find me here on YouTube at Wise Woman Evolving. Again, I'm CiCi. And play in the field, enjoy, and send love out from that heart space while you're observing through the higher self. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Take care.